Hello folks, yeah, another retro-ish thingy has turned up today, so I thought we'd take a little look. It's something, it should be a little bit more modern than what I usually look at. And when I say modern, I think it's 90s, I think it's late 90s. Assuming what I'm expecting is in the box, because, you know, who knows. That weighs a ton. Right, yeah, it's a Zenith computer. A Zenith Supersport or Super Sport SX, however you want to pronounce it, I'm not entirely sure. And it's seen better days, but it was cheap, so what do you want? No idea if it works. Oh, that's weird. Is that broken? I think it is. Yeah, I think we've got a broken hinge there. Okay. Something to glue later. Well, that's a weird looking thing. It's a very, very dirty looking thing as well. Don't know a lot about these, don't know a lot about the company. The only real reason I bought this is because I'm curious. It's disgusting. Let's have a little tour anyway. So what have we got? Sort of standard QWERTY PC keyboard. LCD screen with brightness, contrast, and we've got hard disk, floppy disk and power activity lights. What have we got around the front? Oh, it's got a handle. And you can see there the original colour it should be as well. That's a lot of yellow in. What have we got here? So we've got the power switch, a floppy drive and a keyboard connector. Oof. Around the back, DC power. Is there anything in there? Yeah. Oh. Gross. Okay. Monitor, serial printer. I don't know what they are. Connectors. Okay. That's disgusting. Yuck. This thing looks like it's been left outside. Oof. Weighs a ton. On this side we've got a... I think that's a modem, actually. Yeah, I'd say so. Is there a battery in this thing? Because it's incredibly heavy. A couple of trapdoors underneath. I don't know what they're about. Looks like a couple of ROM chips. And that is presumably for a coprocessor, I think. Ooh, hang on, let me get a screwdriver. Let's dig into some of these panels a bit more. What's under there? Aha! CMOS battery. Okay. That's interesting. That's been sealed in plastic. Well, that's a good idea. Hasn't leaked either. That's encouraging. Let's put that back for now. Because presumably somewhere there is a big NiCad battery. I think further inquiries are needed. Because if this is going to leak electrolyte everywhere, I want to know about it now. So what's in here? Just a blanking plate. Okay. Well, that'll just be for changing the modem for a different card, presumably. Let's see about getting this case open, because I'm pretty sure there's a big battery in here and I want to have a look at it. That was fairly painless. So where's the weight and where's the battery? That's what I'm really worried about. You know, most of the weight of this computer seems to be in the screen. Let me see if I can just put it somewhere where it's not going to cause a problem. Do you know, I've got a floppy drive, a hard drive, I think, keyboard, mainboard underneath it, and power supply at the back. I don't think there's a set of batteries in it. I think it's just an incredibly heavy computer. Interesting. I wonder if I can do a bit of research. I wonder if I've got a power supply that will be compatible with this. And maybe we can attempt to put some power to it. I don't know. Let me do some research. But boy, is this thing grotty and disgusting and vile. Just full of filth. Keyboard's a bit yellowed. Looks complete with no damage. That's something. Now that's handy. So on the bottom it's telling me I need 16.5 volts at 2 amps. I don't think I've got anything that'll do that, but let me have a look. And just a general close-up of the rather revolting condition of this thing. There. Oh, everything's seized up. Everything's disgusting. It was cheap. What do you want? Blah. So, you can really see the colour difference between the case and presumably this flap spent a lot of time open when it was in use, and the colour it should be. Yeah, I don't have a 16.5 volt power supply for this, so I am going to see if I can procure one, and we'll continue with this video once I've done that. Okay, it's been a good couple of weeks since I've last looked at this, and that's because I've been trying to track down a power supply for it and I can't seem to find anything for 16.5 volts new. So I've bought this second hand. It's a Sony power supply from I don't know whatever. As long as it works, I really don't care. Issue I've got is the plug doesn't even come close to fitting, so I'm going to have to change that. Not a big deal. The other problem I've got is I don't know what the polarity for this should be, so I'm going to have to see if I can open it up and work that one out. So I'm going to dig back into it and poke around with a multimeter and see what we can see. Well, here it is again in all its open grossness. I'm going to take a few measurements. I'm going to find a ground plane, so I'm going to look for continuity. So yeah, I've got ground there, and I just want to see which side of this power socket is connected to ground. I've got ground there. Yep. Oh, let's try centre pin first. Yeah, that centre pin is most definitely connected to the ground. So centre pin negative. Yeah, I think I should be safe with that. Well, as safe as you can be plugging something in this old that's this disgusting. We'll see what happens. First things first, I need to change the plug on that power supply. Well, let's have a look. There we go. Okay, here we go. I've left the case unscrewed just in case the thing decides to explode or burst into flames and I need to deal with it quickly, because when you're dealing with stuff like this, you never know. So, power socket in, let me plug it in, and hopefully it won't try to kill me. No explosions. Let's try the power switch. Oh, I can hear a hard drive spooling up. We have a screen, it's very, very dim. Ah. Yeah, it's doing something. It's not a great picture, but that's doing something. Wow. Okay, what have we got? Right, the picture's not great. So I think these run off a backlight lamp, and that tends to be fed by a very high voltage. And if the capacitors are failing, then the picture's not going to be very good, which it isn't. I mean, that's on maximum brightness and it's really quite dim. But hey, it works. It's taking me straight to the BIOS screen, probably because the CMOS battery's dead, as it would be after 30 odd years. It's very hard to see anything on that screen at all, but hey, it is running. In fact, that screen's getting dimmer and dimmer. Oh, there we go. That's better. So it looks like we've got a bit of an issue with the switches, actually. Okay. Can I get it to boot to DOS? Whoa, that was a bang. That was a bang. Pull the power. And I've got that smell. I think a capacitor just let go. Hang on, we will open a window, vent the room, and then we'll investigate. I think I said in, I think it was me MSX video, that I need to stop just plugging things in as soon as I get them, because one day it's going to come back to bite me. Well, there you go. I've pulled the power board, and there's the culprit right there. That's vented. So that's what went pop. And that's fine. So the power board's going to need a recapping. In fact, the whole machine is probably, for safety's sake, going to need a recapping. But do you know what? I'm not discouraged. I am quite happy with the fact that this thing actually started up, responded to keyboard inputs, the screen powered up. Do you know what? I think I can make something nice out of this. Obviously, I'm not going to put power to it again until I've changed all these capacitors and gone through everything, because that would be silly. But yeah, it seems to work. The hard drive, I mean, I didn't get as far as accessing anything on the hard drive, but it did spool up. So who knows? Right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this back, because I have a few other projects that I want to finish before I get round to this one. But this was my initial little examination of this, and yeah, apart from that little pop, everything's positive. I'm really impressed. I think I'm going to make something really nice out of this. Yeah. I'll put it away for now. I'm going to try and get the horrible fish smell out of the house, because it absolutely stinks in here at the moment. Kind of impressed with the way that failed. You see, capacitors, they have these grooves on the top, so they're designed to fail in a controlled way, and that's exactly what's happened here. So there was no big explosion. The top's vented and it's gone pop. Yeah. So that's good. Anyway, I will wrap this video up here. I don't know when I'll get back to this machine. It might not be for a while. I've got a couple of other projects I want to do first. But yeah, that's promising. Excellent. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.